Alrighty, everybody. Today I'm here with Aziz from Art&Ode. Aziz has been a client of ours for almost a year now. But Aziz, could you just walk the people through, I guess, what it is you guys do at Art&Ode? Give like a high-level overview of who you guys are.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So Art&Ode is a brand of candles, and it is in the metaphysical space. And these candles are very unique in the sense they have a sound component to it. So um, b- it's something that needs a little bit of understanding for people. So there's a little bit of a education piece to it also because people are not very used to thinking about candles, sound in terms of candles. So yeah, so that makes it very unique. So yeah, that's pretty much in short is what Ardenode currently is, which is a brand of candles, really high quality
Awesome.
candles.
Yeah, great candles. But yeah, I know before working with us, you were essentially just starting out. Could you tell us essentially where you guys, what you guys were doing to grow Art at the time before working with us?
Yeah, so Ardenode, as it stands today, which is candles, is we just started maybe about almost a year back when
Hmm.
you know we brought on Aryan uh, company to work with us, and so it's fairly new. Before that, Ardenode was there was a lot of experiment going on in terms of uh, what to do. We were also selling t-shirts at one point, like
Yeah.
t-shirt designs. So there was a design component to it as well. So yeah. So but then when we got into candles, then we brought on Aryan's company. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So you guys weren't really, I guess you guys were just testing out different stuff. You didn't really
Yeah.
know where
Hmm.
to go at that point before working with us, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And then since working with us, you know, what results have you achieved so far?
So I would, as in, if you're from like from stats standpoint, I would say like we've had pretty decent numbers on the board for it. Um, we've had like a good, you know, positive replies is like about 20% on the outreach that Aryan has done for us. And then they've been uh, a good about almost 50K emails that have been sent, and about 20 meetings have been booked, and closed deals have been about three. So yeah, that's about roughly the kind of numbers we are talking about here
Hmm.
uh, in this past close to about a year, maybe not completely a full year, but
Almost a
maybe
year.
shy of few months.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And when you're talking about the positive reply rate, this is kind of like a side tangent, but a lot of people, they really underrate that part of email because I know for you guys specifically, you guys use Close for your CRM, and we have so many leads in there just sitting and waiting to be closed that we can follow up, nurture with, send them emails or phone calls. And so the meetings booked has been okay, like decent. But the real really value of outbound and doing emails this way is you build a whole pipeline of all these deals that are just sitting in your guys' CRM that you can just call, you can just email anytime. And so I really want to highlight that part because I feel like a lot of people when they run email, they only focus on meetings booked and not necessarily the entire pipeline, right? But kind of that is kind of like my tangent, but kind of just going back into it, what would you say has been like the major impact of working with us?
So yeah, so close to the heels of what you just said is I think that's an important piece here that one needs to recognize is that you the the outreach effort that goes into it leads to uh, a Rolodex of just people that you can contact, maybe not immediately, but later down the road. So that
Mm-hmm.
that's a big database that you collect, and just the impact. I would say the reach, right? As in just being able to reach so many people um, is is a big deal. Just being in one place and being able to reach out to and connect with people around the country, sitting in the other part of the country in some other state, and just
Mm-hmm.
schedule a call and get on a Zoom call or whatever on phone or whatever, and have a discussion or chat about the business and their need and what we have to offer. There's a lot of advantages to doing, engaging in outreach effort like what Aryan has done for us.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess where did you first hear about us? This is- I think
So
this is a
this is
funny
like
one.
my colleague Bert. He got in touch with Aryan, and I believe it is from like on some networking group for people who are in sales and marketing and
Mm-hmm.
that sort of thing. So it's through
Mm-hmm.
my colleague Bert who met Aryan, and that's how we got introduced. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And what made you want to do business with us essentially? Like, what made you be like, hey, you know what? I want to work with Aryan. We'll pull the trigger, even if it's, something that you probably hadn't never heard of before, which is automated cold emails. But what made you want to say, you know what? Uh, let's work together.
I think I would say um, uh, I would say the main part was I think Aryan's just calm and composed demeanor. That was it. Kind of just felt like Aryan was an easy person to work with, and it could be something. And I was willing to give it a try just because you know it was I got a sense that it will be easy to work with him, and yeah, that's how. Uh, and I felt like Aryan was also accommodative in terms of coming from a place where we really didn't have any. We were starting off. It was a blank slate basically. It was blank canvas. So for Aryan also, there wasn't really much to grab onto. So he was also trying to figure out the business and how it'll shape up. So
Hmm.
there was a willingness to, accommodate the fact that we were also, our canvas was also blank. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and what would you say, in what area would you say you got the most value out of working with us?
I would just reach. I would say that's the main
Yeah,
thing, as in reach, right? As in being able to
yeah.
reach so many people and just get that database of so many pe people who are a potential target audience, and
Hmm.
potential leads. That's thing.
Yeah.
There's value to that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with email versus like if you run ads, if you do content, right? Content, you can reach a lot of people organically, but obviously it takes time sometimes to like build up the audience or to make like a viral video. And then with ads, obviously you can reach the right amount of people, but it does cost a good penny, especially if you don't know how to do it right. You know, it can cost a good amount, but with email, it doesn't cost too much, but at the same time, it's not like that slow of a vehicle as content. And so, in my opinion, with cold email, you get the best of both worlds, right? And like you said, you're able to reach your ideal customers. Now, why should someone listening or watching this video, if they're on the fence about cold email or if they're on the fence about working with us, why should they take action right now?
Well, if you if you want people to get in touch with you and know about your business and get clients and just and or customers, however,
Hmm.
whatever your need is, if you need to reach out as an outreach, that's the reason why you should get in touch with a company like Aryan's or Aryan is mainly because if if you're not getting out there and doing your outreach, then nobody will know who you are or what you want to sell or any of that. There's too much noise around in the world.
Yeah, yeah. This is pretty much just marketing. You have to get, especially if you're like a agency, if you're like any type of like business to business, people just don't know who you are, and so like you said, you have to get in front of the right people and just put yourself out there, put your product or service out there, and eventually you'll start to bring on new customers, new clients, and start to scale up, just like how you guys have. Um, and then
And
finally,
also I'll
uh,
just say that you know you, you're not a like we are not like a big brand who has lots of
yeah,
deep pockets, right? As in
hmm,
like Cokes and Wrigley's of the world who have like deep pockets, big brands, established brands who can have tons of people, the whole machinery behind them. We
hmm,
don't have that, so this is the most cost effective, smart way to go about putting yourself out there.
yeah, absolutely agree, absolutely agree. Maybe the last question I just like to ask this at the end: is there anything you'd say we can improve on? Um, that you might just want to discuss here?
I think improve on it all just depends. Like I would uh, who like our need was very different in terms
Hmm.
of it was like I said earlier, it was we were starting from a blank canvas, so there was a little bit of a learning curve there for everybody. And
Hmm.
so I wouldn't. The only thing I would say is that getting into the skin of the product, getting into a little bit deeper, so that you could pull out some of the
Yeah,
voice that was there,
yeah,
the brand voice that was there, so that to communicate with that specific um metaphysical crowd that
yeah,
was something. It kind of requires a little more sharpening there. Um, but then again, that's the kind of specific target audience that we are
yeah,
talking about here, and it's kind of on the edge of whether it's B2B or B2C kind of thing
yeah,
also, because it's really a little bit of a gray area. So, but it all depends on, well, that's where I felt that could have been a little bit of an improvement, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty good. I don't have much
yeah.
to complain
Yeah,
about.
you guys, like you said, it was like a very unique product. But yeah, definitely see we did struggle early, and then we still kind of do struggle a little bit with that aspect, but I do agree with you there. But yeah, Aziz, that's pretty much it for the interview. If you guys are interested in Art&Ode and buying some candles, I think they're fantastic. So whether you want to buy one for your upcoming wedding, if you're about to have a new child, you're moving to a new city or new place, they have pretty much uh a candle for every type of life occasion. There's also 7 different aromas you could check out. I highly recommend it. I think they're pretty cool, which is why I love working with you guys and why we've continued to work with you guys because it's an awesome
Yeah.
product. But if you guys are interested in seeing those candles, I'll leave a link in the description below. But other than that, thank you so much, Aziz. That's pretty much it for now. So
All
thank you
right,
guys.
great. Thanks a lot. And